Hello, Fam.
Hello.
It's time for Tidbit Tuesday. We still have not done a proper intro for that. Sorry.
We've been too busy.
You'll notice that we both look just fabulous this morning. I say this morning, but this video is being recorded at noon exactly, and it's going to be published immediately.
We've been so busy.
We've been so busy. So this is real talk, real Tidbit Tuesday. No filters.
I didn't get ready for you guys.
No makeup. This is
whatever's left over from yesterday.
Hashtag Ashley is gorgeous no matter what in the comments, please.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Tidbit Tuesday. This is where we talk about stuff and things on a Tuesday, not necessarily related to travel, but often tangential to travel.
Yeah. And these videos are up to date with where
Yes.
we're at the time. Our normal videos are a little behind because, yeah, that's just the way we like to do it.
So, because these are up to date, we can talk about what's going on. 2 days ago, we were supposed to have a video up on our channel on Sunday, and we didn't because, for a couple of factors. We were with Laura, our friend, who you probably saw in the last Tidbit Tuesday.
And if you're watching our Instagram stories.
And if you're watching our Instagram stories, at WayAwayMag on Instagram. Good shout.
Thanks.
But anyway, so we were hanging out with a friend basically,
Yeah.
and then we were in this incredible villa, but it had not so great internet, so it would have been hard to upload stuff. And we were exhausted because we've been so busy, so I didn't have time to edit, and I was gonna have to like rush and throw it together, and then the internet would have been slow anyways, and it would have been like very late.
We didn't want him to stress out, but to enjoy his time with his friend Laura
Because-
in a wonderful mansion.
Yeah, because oftentimes I don't get to enjoy myself as much because I'm editing all the time or filming all the time or something.
Yeah.
So in today's Tidbit Tuesday, we wanted to talk about just like getting rest and what it's like to be on the road all the time. And specifically, Ashley had a question from a viewer.
So somebody asked Sue, actually Garmin, I think that's how you say her last name.
Jermaine.
Jermaine. Okay.
I got you, Sue.
She asked, I'd like to hear you tell about what you do when you are ill while traveling. What if you had an accident? Are you insured or is it expensive? How have you had to purchase medicines? And if so, which countries has the best medical care? Anyway, just thought that would be good for Tidbit Tuesday.
That's a great question, Sue, because
Yeah.
a lot of people have questions about being sick on the road. Some of them are just interested in the way we do it because we travel full time. Other people are just interested because perhaps they have health issues themselves, or they know they're prone to being sick, or they're realistic and they know that it's just going to happen sometimes when you go traveling abroad. You might get sick.
Yeah.
So,
And I've been
common
feeling
question.
sick the last couple days, so this is an apropos
How appropriate.
time.
Ashley is currently a little bit sick. She was worse like 2 days ago. She's a little better now.
Well, very, yeah.
So like, how do you want to do that? Do you want to
Well, yeah. Well, we have paid for travel insurance before.
in the past?
When we were traveling with large groups of people, we traveled with travel insurance, and we would prefer to travel with travel insurance. Currently, we don't have travel insurance.
We're rebels.
Yeah, so if something really bad happened, it would be really, really bad.
We would be screwed.
We're kind of banking on the fact that no bad things will happen.
Caveat: we are generally healthy people.
Yeah.
We're blessed with good health and have no known long-term illnesses that that we don't know of anything in particular. And
We haven't been to the doctors in over 3
we
years.
also haven't been to the doctors in many years. So as far as I'm concerned, I could be dying and I wouldn't even know.
I think I would have rather it that way.
Well, I don't know.
That's a whole nother
That's
topic.
a whole other topic. Who
But
knows?
anyways, yeah, so when we did have travel insurance, what would happen? We were in Asia, we were in India, we were in Thailand, we were in China, and when we had those travel insurances, what would happen is if we were sick or if we needed specific medications, we would go to the doctors, we would pay out of pocket, and then we would need to send the receipts to the travel insurance company, and they would reimburse us for the amount.
Right.
Because we were in Thailand and India, and the price of medical care was pretty low, it wasn't that bad to pay it out of pocket, and nothing really horrible had happened.
Yeah.
So
one time Ashley had an issue with a hemorrhoid, and I think it cost $25 to get it popped back in. You're welcome.
That story. We could share that story another time, but
Or
yeah.
no.
So we
It's inexpensive oftentimes in like Southeast Asia and Asia areas to get medical care, as long as it's not like an actual medical procedure.
Yeah, which we have not had,
No.
so we can't really speak to that. Mostly, we have experienced like the common cold. We've experienced like
Flu.
food poisoning. Yeah, things like that.
Bug
And
bites.
yeah, mostly those things you can just let them run their course, and that's how we deal with it. One of the things that we try to do when we're sick is have a comfortable place to stay. That
Yep.
makes a huge difference.
Yep. And then drink a lot of water.
yeah.
A lot of clean filtered water.
Some juice.
Ashley's been packing.
Sorry.
What, is it? It's not arnica. What's
Echinacea.
Echinacea.
I really love echinacea. If I just start getting a little inkling of like feeling sick, then I start popping those.
Little tablet of echinacea.
Echinacea is like just a natural. It has all these good things in it. It's almost like a vitamin.
Yeah. So my general thought on like vitamins and different things, I was just taught growing up as a kid that, you know, you get your normal vitamins from your food and you drink lots of water naturally, and then if you get sick, you pack on the vitamins and the supplements and different things that are supposed to attack it. Otherwise, perhaps, theoretically, your body could become resistant to that stuff if you use it consistently. Maybe that's completely wrong. I'm not a medical doctor, but that's just the way I was taught and think. So I don't really take anything until I'm feeling sick, and then I just like take a ton of stuff just to kill it off. One of my favorites for like a cold is something with zinc in it. Just taking like zinc tablets or some sort of cold thing that specifically has zinc in it seems to really do well for me. Just I could take a day or two, have some zinc, lots and lots of water and food, and then just rest.
Yeah, vitamin C. But we do find, because we are so busy all the time, that resting does really help, and that we can get over something fairly quickly. Josh has been sick quite often this last year.
Yeah.
And we live together. We share everything together, including colds and sicknesses. So when the other person is sick, you can't kiss. That's a thing. No kissing is allowed.
Yeah, but then you just eventually get sick.
Like, yeah, you're like sleeping next to each other, breathing each other's air at night, and it's hard to avoid sharing.
Ashley's family used to literally quarantine her, so she has a little bit of this weirdness about it. My family, we just lie on the couch in the living room and try to avoid. Well, not necessarily, but we just wouldn't like get direct contact. You were like locked in your bedroom.
It wasn't that bad. My parents wouldn't like me to say that it was that.
She was tortured as a child.
That's not true. But yeah, So we just take care of each other. If we need something, then we get it done, and then we take time off if we are sick, or we try to. Sometimes we can't. Like, we're just booked out, or we have things that we need to do.
So, like, okay, so you talked about like taking time out or whatever. There's different theories on it. Like, some people are like, you just need to push through, like work really hard and you can burn off a cold or something like that. And that has worked for me sometimes in the past. But more and more as I'm getting a bit older, I'm realizing that I need to recognize that even if I'm starting to feel a tiny bit sick, because of the line of work that we do and the amount of travel and constant stress that we're under, I need to immediately take time off and immediately get rest. And immediately think about the quote unquote self-care, because otherwise it's gonna last for 2 weeks. And I'll feel miserable for 2 weeks. So it's better to take 2 days off, and just recognize.
Catch it before it gets worse.
Just recognize that I need to take care of it before it's a real problem.
Yeah.
So that's sort of what we've been doing lately. I've kind of had to come to terms with myself. Like, don't be so busy. If you're feeling sick, you need to take a break. And maybe that might be hard if you're going on like a vacation, but I mean, if you can push through for a vacation and have a good enough time for like the 4 or 5 days that you're away, and then you go back home and you're sick. So
we don't get paid sick leave.
You don't get paid sick leave. So we have to make a decision on a day-to-day basis. Like, okay, can we skip this? Can we wait? The hard part is when we're working with a company and we want to do something, and there's been a few times where we had been like, hey, we're gonna have to cancel because X, and that's tough because it's usually something that we want to do, and then we've already kind of made a commitment with someone, so that's a hard decision.
Yeah, but sickness, it just happens.
Sickness happens.
You can't help it.
And Ashley's currently sick and hopefully getting better.
Energy levels are definitely lower when you're sick.
Yeah.
And so I do actually, travel insurance is a good thing to have. I think
it's
that
not that
maybe
expensive
we're
now.
being a little irresponsible by not having it. So,
Yes.
And travel insurance helps with so many other things like baggage being lost, or catastrophes happening, or if you died, sending your body back.
Or like our friends Flying the Nest have travel insurance that they swear by, and I guess they've used it twice even just for baggage claims, which again, fingers crossed, we've been really blessed and have never had an issue with lost baggage.
But now that we are planning on doing more carry-on situations, it's more possible.
Like I said, the travel
Not
insurance,
carry-on, but
it isn't that expensive. I want to say it's like $20-$30 for a month or 2 months.
I think coming up in 2019, actually, South America, we should look into getting insurance.
Yeah.
But there are so I think that there are trips and there are things that you do that you should have travel insurance for. If we're doing a hiking trip, I think we should have travel insurance. If we're going to a place where, anything, South America, I feel like is a place we should have travel insurance. Asia, I feel like is a place that you should have travel insurance.
And we didn't.
Yeah. But Europe, I feel pretty confident in not having it, although it is a lot higher for medical issues if something
it's more expensive.
happens. So we should have travel insurance. We don't.
I was gonna say you could be really irresponsible and take advantage of socialist countries, and I know people who have done that. But that'd be really irresponsible. That'd be more like.
You're putting that out there.
I'm not saying you should do that. I'm just saying I've heard of people who've done that. They've gone to Finland and gotten sick, and they're like, "Hey, thanks for taking care of me, guys." I'm saying that's irresponsible, but I know people have done that.
Yeah, but if you're sick and you really need to go to the doctors, your Airbnb host is, or hotel, everyone around will be really happy to help you out. I think.
And pharmacies around the world, we found they pretty much always have one person who speaks English. Yeah, it seems.
We've been to pharmacies for different reasons. And I think I got a yeast infection once, and I had to go into the pharmacy and try to explain to her what I needed.
Yeast, like bread, and yeast.
It is interesting going to trying to explain to get something. The other day, somebody else was sick, and I was like, her stomach hurts.
Yeah. We wanted Imodium or something.
But so when that happens, we just usually, if there's a medication, we'll just Google it and see what it is so that we understand what we're giving ourselves.
Yeah, because oftentimes they don't have the same brand or even the same type of medication that you might have back home. So you kind of have to explain, trust, and then also use your best judgment on what you're taking.
Once when we were in India, Josh had a earache.
I had an ear infection,
and we went into the doctor's, and it was just a man in an office, and he used a flashlight and shone it in Josh's throat. and then gave him a bunch of prescriptions.
I said, I have an earache. He goes, and he looked in my mouth and then started writing on a piece of paper. That was the extent of the experience. And there were 7 different things on there, and I was like...
We've been to doctors in India quite often, and there are some good and some not so great, but they do end up prescribing a lot of medication. So when you do go overseas and you're in a country and you're not sure what they're giving you, always Google it, and make sure that it's something that you should take. Many times, only one of the tablets was what we needed, and the rest were just extra.
Filler.
Yeah.
Like a cocktail.
Yeah, just be sure. Thailand actually had amazing hospitals.
Yep.
I was super surprised. They have specific foreigner hospitals that you can go to.
And they're still relatively inexpensive.
Yeah. So, yeah. In Asia, we've been to the doctors quite often because we were in charge of teams where people got sick, and we were in charge of taking them. But other than that, we haven't been to the doctors very often at all.
Yeah. So I hope that sheds some light on the situation. The main takeaways are rest a lot, drink a lot, pack on the vitamins and supplements when you are feeling sick.
Travel insurance.
Yeah, get travel insurance. Don't be irresponsible like we have been recently. And yeah, I think for me the biggest takeaway is that I do feel like I am approaching it better now, where I'm heading it off at the pass. I'm beginning to feel sick. I'm like, okay, I need to take a day or two, and that for me has been important.
Yeah. Yep, we just need to learn and continue to learn when we need to take a break and take care of our bodies, which we're doing right now. Look, I'm sick, I'm not feeling well, and I'm still in my pajamas, and my hair's up.
She woke up like this.
Yeah, and I don't plan on leaving the apartment today.
No.
At all.
No. She's going to do some research online and rest. I'm going to
lots of work to
edit
catch
this
up.
and another video and then rest. And soon in real time, we are headed to the UK, and we're going to have some great adventures there.
Yeah.
Our videos from Hungary are still going to be coming out.
We have so many awesome videos, guys.
I'm
But
really pumped for like the next month of videos.
Yeah, but because our videos of our travels are different from the timeline we're in, if you have any suggestions for the UK, for Wales, please put it down below. Or if you have any questions you want us to answer for Tidbit Tuesday, we'd really appreciate it. Just put those questions down below too, and we'd like to answer what you guys have.
And if you want to be one-to-one on real time of our adventures and travels, make sure to follow Instagram stories. Ashley has been doing an amazing job on
Guys,
Instagram stories.
I've been using my new camera that I got in Japan so much more. Also, like, go on Instagram, see what our photos are, because my Instagram story game is, you know, pretty
Not to
on
brag,
point right now.
but she's doing real good.
I'm working hard on it, and I am loving having a camera I can take photos with.
Alright, that's been Tidbit Tuesday. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you in the next video. Next videos coming out are more of Hungary. It really is amazing. If you have never been to Hungary, or you're just not interested in Hungary, watch the videos and you will fall in love.
Yeah.
So, we'll see you in the next video.
Bye.
Bye.